First conference loss.
Well, it's a tough loss, and anytime you got such high expectations for yourself, and you go out and and you don't play well, you're a little bit disappointed. Part of the deal was I thought during the games, I really thought we had a hard time blocking, but after I got a chance to look at the film and get a good feel for what actually happened, we didn't play very well, and add to the fact that we got beat up some in the process. It didn't go good, but we've been back now. Today is Monday. We've had a chance to go back and work on some of those issues that we thought we had in the game Saturday. We'll be better because of it somehow or another in the long run. And we're on about the task now to try to win our next game. I'm back. Let's go.
What about I know we had a couple guys that were injured, running backs. How do you look at depth-wise there?
Well, we've had those 5 guys all year, kind of rotating around, and we're blessed with the fact that we've got pretty good depth there. We will probably not have Quick again this year unless I miss my guess. Mm-hmm. He's got a pretty good shoulder separation.
Oh, no.
Dondre Lewis-Freeman tells me he'll be back, but I don't see a guy being on crutches one day and practicing the next. I mean, it just there's some space in between those two issues, so I don't think that'll happen. But Chuck Brown and Dondre Brown, the 2 Brown boys, mm-hmm. and Taylor, all practiced this morning, and all are good players, and we'll all do fine that way. So we're thinking that those guys will be the guys for the next. It's actually it's a little bit of a strange way to put it, but it actually makes it easier to figure out who to play because I'm a little bit concerned by the fact that we got 5 guys, and how in the world do you keep that many guys happy? So those 3 guys now kind of get a clean slate and get a chance to really make something happen here for the next few weeks.
Okay. The offensive line, any comments about?
Didn't play particularly well. We had some issues of sorts. Mm-hmm. Part of it was due to the fact that I thought Cookman played extremely well up front, their defensive front, and you can still see that we still growing some there. We are better, but still not quite there yet. And I think that game will improve us some in a way where you'll see an improvement the next time we play a good football team.
Okay, Kendrick, you have any questions?
Coach, after the loss, was there anything that can concern you moving forward as far as in?
Well, you get concerned. We got a big short yardage goal line concern. A big deal this past game was we got the ball twice down deep in our own territory and didn't get it in, and that's a concern. And we are going to have to try to figure that little part of our offense out. And it's been a little bit of a, it's generally the same concern for all spread teams. The closer you get to the goal line, the harder it is to get it in. So we got to fix some things there. We got to have maybe a little bit of a change of philosophy that way too. But we're working on trying to figure that out as much as anything. But that is a concern.
You faced a Savannah State team that has almost 2,000 yards passing thus far. Bethune kind of beat you a little bit up on some deep balls
last year. So
does that kind of play a factor this week?
Yeah, but now I think we are healthier on the defensive side of the ball than we were last year against Savannah, and Bethune had a deep ball or two. That's always a concern. They had the one deep ball and another kind of intermediate kind of style ball, but I've got a pretty good confidence in our staff to correct those things that we had issues with. And Savannah's though got some fast guys. You throw some of that little dink and dunk kind of stuff, and they take that to the house on you. I saw one of their guys go maybe 60, 70 yards against Bethune. A little ball that was thrown maybe 2-3 yards down the field. So it's a concern, but at the same time, we'll get ourselves prepared to be able to deal with that particular style of attack.
They haven't had much success in our league, but they seem to play us kind of tough. What do you think?
You know what? I think because we match up kind of the same. You know, they got some of the same kind of athletes that we have. You know, hopefully they won't match up so good against us this year, but you know they always seem to. And I can tell you when we played them, when I first got here, when they were in the league, you know, it didn't seem to be quite as tough a task. But now the last few years that we played them, I can remember the last time we went down there last year at home. You know, it was awfully hard. So let's hope that that you know that we can be maybe better prepared for them this year because they do generally give us a tussle.
Okay, well, you know, I remember your post-game talk to your team about, you know, we still have 4 games left, and we could concede, we could finish 9-3. You know, based on the new addition to the playoffs, you think that would be a good worksheet for them to consider?
Let's put it this way: it makes it a better shot for us than if it had been if we hadn't been. If we had been in last year's format. The fact that there are 4 more opportunities, you know, there are some other possible ways for you to get in. And then league, as you get into this part of the schedule, you know, lots of teams get beat up in a way where, you know, they kind of play themselves out of the race that way. We could possibly have 9 wins, 8 Division I wins, and you know, that most times will give you a good chance of getting in. You know, all we got to do at this point is just continue to play and be as pleasing to the eye as we possibly can be. We've got to play good from this point on. We can't be out scratching around and struggling. We got to play well from this point on, and you know, that's our big mission at this time to win and to continue to win that way.
Okay. I believe that's